Hello everyone, happy Friday. It's going to be a beautiful day today here in New Jersey. So I wanted to make a video, and I've made a few other videos about dealing with the past, so I'm going to make one. I'm going to talk a little bit about it today because we tend to struggle with the past. It comes up. It's a very hard thing, I think, for most people to let go of or to get over. And I think the important thing that we have to understand is that we have to give ourselves time. We have to give ourselves the space that we need and deal with the past. You can't just literally say one day, I'm going to forget about it, it's done. I mean, maybe some people can, I don't know, but from personal experience and from the experiences of others, I've noticed that it's a process. You know, anything in life is a process. Everything in life takes time. You know, nothing happens overnight. You know, it's all part of our learning experience. So give yourself the time you need. Give yourself the space that you need so that you can heal. You know, it's funny, when you give yourself that time that you need, you will begin to learn things that you weren't able to see before when you were in that particular situation. You know, the lessons will start to come up. You'll start, you know, the light bulb will go off and you'll be like, wow, now I understand why this happened or why that happened. Or a lot of your questions will be answered literally through time. No matter how many times you go to another person during your struggle and you know, and they give you advice, you don't understand it. You don't see it. You don't see it at the time because you're so preoccupied with the questions and with the pain of that situation that no matter what anybody tells you, you don't literally see it from their eyes because you're in the midst of the storm. You're in the midst of that storm. You know, and I know, speaking from personal experience, how that feels. You know, then you get to the point where, you know, you take a step back and at one day the answer will come to you. The answer that people have been giving you, the information and the advice that people have been giving you, one day out of nowhere, it'll just pop up in time. You know, you'll look back and you'll say, oh, I remember when so-and-so told me this or gave me advice on that. And one day it'll literally just out of nowhere, you'll be like, the light bulb will go off. And then you'll have clarity on the situation. You know, people used to always tell me when I was going through some things, you know, give yourself time to heal, give yourself that space. And it's different for everybody. You know, you can't, when they say give you time, you don't want to put a timer on, you know. You don't want to set a date and say, okay, you know, I'm going to give myself, you know, 3 months or 6 months or a year or whatever it is, because you really don't know. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts differently. Everybody learns differently. Some people learn faster than others. So you don't want to be hard on yourself, and you want to give yourself that time that you need. And you're going to know when you're ready. You're going to feel it. You know, you're going to feel it inside. You're going to know. You're going to be able to literally, because your questions will literally be answered. Some questions will never be answered. But if you can get a bulk of those questions, the majority of those questions answered, then that's a plus. You know, maybe some of the other answers will come later on in your life, basically. But in order for you to move on, in order for you to move forward, you have, as those questions get answered for you, my point is, as you learn, as those questions are answered through time, you will move forward in your life automatically. It'll happen systematically. You know, it's all a process. And it took me a long time to learn that. Because we don't want to feel that pain. We don't want to feel that isolation. We don't want to feel that rejection or neglection, or neglect rather, whatever it is. We want to just get away from it. But there's no easy, quick cure, you know. And I want people to know that I'm speaking also from a personal standpoint and from others' standpoints, that it is a process. This is not a negative message. This is a positive message for you to know that, you know, we're traveling down a road in life, and we're always trying to seek answers to many things in our life. But this is specifically about the past, because I noticed that it haunts a lot of people, you know, and it holds people back. So take your focus off, you know, at least my personal advice would be, take your focus on saying that you're going to be able to nip this thing in the bud in a certain amount of time. Just give yourself the time you need. Give yourself the space you need. And most importantly, prayer. You know, pray about it. Ask God, ask the Holy Spirit for intercession to advise you, to give you clarity, to give you those answers, to walk with you during this trial or this tribulation. And you will see those answers will come in time. You know, learning is not, as I said earlier, it's different for everyone. And sometimes learning for some people, the more hard-headed you are, the longer it's going to take you to get it, to learn it. And you know, I'm pretty hard-headed, so it took me a little longer, because we want to see things our way. We want to do things our way. We want it to happen in our time, and it doesn't work that way. It's going to happen through a process. You know, that's the most important thing that you need to understand, is it's a process, and you have to give yourself that time. You have to be willing to go through that time so that the answers you seek will come little by little. You know, this morning, as a matter of fact, when I was getting ready for work, you know, I got clarity on a couple of things, and I was like, okay, there's my answer, you know, for one of the things I was looking for. And that pushes you a little bit forward. Each time you get an answer, you move one step closer to being a better person, to learning from that situation, to also moving forward in your life. The worst thing you can do is stay stagnant. The worst thing you could do is stay stuck. You don't want to stay stuck, especially in the past, because you're withholding the future. You're withholding the now. You're withholding the current moment. You're cheating yourself and people around you out of the current moment. It takes time. It's a process. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep moving forward. It's not easy. Life isn't always easy. We have some good days. We really do. But we have some tough days too. I wouldn't want life to be completely easy every single day, because you would get bored. You have nothing to look forward to. There wouldn't be any learning experiences. Life would be fruitless. It would be purposeless. So again, embrace these things, because they are lessons in our life. They're education in our life. And they're in place to make you a stronger person. Bottom line, give yourself the time that you need. More importantly, prayer. Keep God first. Everything will follow. You'll see. It just takes time, and be patient with it.